University of Utah lives in a thriving college city called Salt Lake. A very short train ride puts you in the heart of downtown, where you can dine, shop, and play. Go the other direction, and you're in the mountains, biking, hiking, or skiing. Only Utah lets you heed the call of a vibrant city or the beauty of the mountains.
Hey, grab me one too.
This is the moment you come to life. Smile pulled you close and held you tight. Feel the magic suddenly. The pieces fit together like family. You're finally home. You're here where you belong. You belong. You belong. You belong. You belong.
When you need inspiration, it's worth shopping Smith's. For thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And low prices that add up to big savings, like over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Welcome to Imagine You. 1,534 acres of you can achieve anything. You see a collection of buildings, some old, some new. But inside these buildings, there are no ceilings for your ideas, no walls for your dreams. So come and let your imagination fly.
Welcome into Rice-Eccles Stadium at the University of Utah for the home opener for the Utah Utes as they prepare to take on the Denver Pioneers. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Pleased to be joined by Brad Searle for this Utah home opener. And Brad, it's not an easy way for the Utes to start as they host the top 25 University of Denver Pioneers.
Yeah, Denver coming in hot at ranked number 20. Coming off two big victories, one against the Cleveland State, 21-1, and boy, they put a thumping down on the Academy last week, 10-2.
Yeah, Utah meanwhile coming in, and this has been a start for Utah. They won a game against Delaware. They actually fell down early in that game. They trailed 3-0 and then trailed 4-3 at the end of the first, but they went on a 12-6 run after that point. They beat the Hens 16-9. Then they had to go on the road. Speaking of Utah, they went to number 11 Duke, lost that game 14-7. Is that something you feel like they can maybe build on coming into their home opener here?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the great thing about preseason, right? It allows the teams to go out and play, and Coach McMahon over the last number of years have tried to put together a pretty tough schedule, go out there, play some of the tough teams, get back into the film room, make some improvements, and come play again on Saturday.
It's a Utah team that once again was picked as the preseason favorite in the ASUN, and they return a lot of experience, including Colin Lenskol, who is starting now a 4-year starter for Utah. He's been solid between the pipes. These guys have a big day today against this Pioneer offense.
I agree with you. Lenskol has got to have that game of the games for Utah to get their first win against the Pioneers. They're coming in 0-6 against Denver, but it will be a tough matchup, but they've got a good recipe. Utah does to take on these Pios.
And of course, they return Ryan Steins, who's been great for them over the course of his career. Meanwhile, this Denver team, I mean, we talk about their start 2-0, and this is probably their toughest opponent to date. But I mean, you look at how strong they've been in goal, and it's been the sophomore Grayson Manning who's been spectacular to start the year. He's got a .913 save percentage for this Denver defense.
Yeah, and he had a big game against the Air Force Academy, coming up with 14 saves, which gave him the honor of the Big East Defensive Player of the Week. But for me, in those last 2 games for the Pio, what really stood out to me was the number of scorers. They had over 14 players score goals in those 2 games, and so for the Pios, it's going to be goals by committee today.
And they've got a lot of offensive weapons. You mentioned it. We'll get into that as the game goes on, but we are set to face off here, Utah and Denver, in this annual rivalry. Denver 6-0 since Utah became a D1 program. Utes looking for their first win over the Pios as we get ready here to face off. Utah in the home white and Denver in the red. We've got an infraction here to start. It'll be Utah possession.
Well, let's see if the Utes can get off to a quick start like they did last year. They came out hot, scoring 3 goals in 2 minutes at Barton Stadium.
Led Utah in goals this season. This is Jordan Reed. He'll play this to the middle. A little run here by Overly. Back over. This Utah offense, they like to get up and down the field, but when you kind of slow them up, see if they get the offense going. They do early. How about that? Attack right to the crease, and it's Cade Faulkner, who had a great freshman year, starts Utah off with a goal.
Cade Faulkner, he's part of the recipe this year for the Utes to have success. That was a great little dodge down the alley, kept that stick high, and just popped it up into the corner.
I mentioned his year last year. Boy, he really jumped on the scene for Utah. And boy, great to see him come out, be aggressive here early. As we get ready here, back to the spot in this face-off, back gathered by Denver. First look here at the Denver offense.
Boy, and they've got a talented attack lineup, a young attack lineup for the Pios. Number 17, Cody Mulaski, kind of the general of this Pio offense, leads the team in assists.
Here from middle. Targoletti plays over, now on the wing. How do you expect this Denver offense to try to attack today, Brad?
I think you're going to see a lot of wing dodge and a lot of dodging from below the goal line extended, as we see right here. Something I'd like to see the University of Utah do a little bit more. Great defense there by number 33.
It was, another stick check. How about that? A couple nice stick checks by that Utah defense as now they'll work to clear. This is Mullen coming ahead.
Joe Mullen, transfer from Limestone University, school that got pushed out by financial means. But boy, he's going to be a big factor in that short stick midi D for the Utah Utes.
Utah setting up again here, playing yellow lines here on the field today. There's far side with Jake Likes. Likes had, well, he's a junior now, had to kind of burst on the scene a little bit as a freshman.
Utah looking to play that two-man game. I'd love for them to get a little bit more into that. It just forces that defense to have to defend both sides of the goal line extended.
Here Stein's going to work that screen, pushes him up top. Play this over to Chalmers.
Looks like Reynolds is going to get the assignment on Steins today. Oh,
that one, boy, might have hit the post. Battled around here. It did not. Shot clock down to 10. Utah's got to get another one on here.
Boy, this is where number 20, Lou McNamara, is so good.
Nice save there. Taken away. Saw another dodge there by Faulkner, but not much of an angle there to beat the Denver keep. And now the Pioneers pushing ahead. Play to the wing, shot here, saved by Lensko. That's exactly what they need from their experienced keep.
Boy, you get that first touch, you get a little bit more confidence. And the Utes push.
Coming up, and Utah scores. How about that shot? Luke McNamara with his 9th goal of the season, and it's 2-0 Utah.
Yeah, McNamara, phenomenal freshman year, led the team in goals. You'll watch this, boy, his wrist. Boy, he comes through and can get that ball in and out of his stick so quick. Luke's going to be a beast here for Utah.
Mentioned earlier, Utah likes to get up and down the field. You've seen, I mean, that wasn't quite transition, but it was. They got down there before that D was able to set up. Pay some good returns there for the Utes.
Yeah, and I'm going to give you a little, probably an oxymoron, but I call it disciplined chaos. And that's what the running Utes have got to do a lot today. Not just in the fast break transitions, but also on loose ground balls to where they get into that unsettled offense. They're really good.
Played back over, shot here. That hit off the equipment. Kept by Utah. Play this over. I think this is Carson Sparks on that far side. They swing near with Haley now. Good possession for Utah to start this game as well.
They're being patient on offense. They set up in their little triangle offense where they'll have a guy pick, cut or mirror from them, and push it. They love dodging from the corners.
Overly. Works near side. Haley will send back up. Steins will gather this. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Overly. Passes over. Shot clock inside 10. Boy, good defense there. Really not much of an angle. Is this kept here by Utah?
Just great defense by the Piles. Shot clock down to 3.
Yeah, they got to
look to dump for them to just to dump it into the corner. Smart play by the Utes.
So Denver, that defense, able to get a stop there.
And Utah showing into kind of a semi-10-man ride. That's called out of the cage.
Kind of a light mark on. They'll bring that player back from X and try to free it up.
And that'll push Lensko way away. Look for the Piles to maybe look for a long shot.
He's gotten back there. Now Denver here to set up. Some of these numbers a little tricky to read, so we'll do our best here for the Pioneers. Right back to the middle.
And this is the Piles' second line midfield.
Coming in, shot there, Lensko with a kick save. That'll work. Utah nearly run out of room. Colin able to come back and help his defense.
Boy, and great transition. Here comes the Utes.
Here they come. It's Faulkner, plays over to Steins. He'll show some patience here for Utah.
Yeah, something I noticed in the game against Denver, right? They've got a great 1-2 punch, but really who's the third and fourth guy? I like to call it who's going to get the party started for the Utes to give the help for Steins and McNamara.
Shot just wide there by Steins, who's really done such a great job. Great scorer when he first came to the program, then has become more of a facilitator. still has both aspects to his game. And Steins here from the point will work over.
Yeah, kind of a blessing for Steins last year. He was banged up with some ankle injuries, some cracked ribs, and it forced him to be more of a passer.
Yep.
Led the team in assists last year. I really think it really helped him complete
his game.
His full game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got it here. Steins trying to work across. Shot clock down to 15 here for Utah. Steins will take the shot, and that's saved. First good save of this game for the Denver defense.
Yeah, that'll give Manning some confidence. And for that shot, that was just a stick-high shot. Pretty easy for Manning to track that one down.
Denver now to set up here.
Denver's got Jordan Reed trapped over on the defensive side of things.
Gurnis working around. Send this back out. Utah's really done a nice job of keeping everything outside here early, Brad. I know we're just a couple minutes in, but.
Yeah, and look for the piles. A lot of Canadian players on this. You know, Coach Brown and the Denver Piles have always prided themselves on great stick skills and
They
great
get around.
finishing, just like that.
Yep, boy, that was a great burst there. It was Malowski able to get by the defender and no one else there to help. One-on-one with Lenskold and able to finish it off for the first Denver goal.
Boy, just a great example of that finishing ability that you hear Coach Matt Brown talk about a lot. That's something that they look at in the players that they're recruiting at Denver, is the great stick skills and also the finishing capabilities.
First goal for Denver in the books now. And that will give Malowski his 6th of the season, tied with Muir. For the lead for Denver as they win this face-off. And Hayes tries to work to the middle. That intercepted.
Great knockdown
By Flanagan. Now Utah coming ahead. Just burst out of the pocket there by Trask. Ground ball. Utah going to be able to gather this and possess.
Yeah, great pickup for the Utes. We saw that a number of times in the game against the Blue Devils, and Coach McMinn, referenced that in one of the podcasts that he did this week, that some of the stick skills was a little not so sharp during that game in North Carolina.
Here's Likes. Jake.
Talk about getting the party started. I'd love to see him initiate that dodge a little bit more and get a little bit more down north towards the cage.
Overly. Back up with the point here to Haley. No looker, but that one ends up right in front of the crease, and Denver with possession here to clear. Tricky pass. That one swept over. Look out, Utah can have numbers. Play to the wing. Steins with a shot, and I think that went 5-hole. What a goal by Ryan Steins as the turnover the Utes able to capitalize on. 3-1.
And you've seen that's the third to fourth caused turnover by the Utah Utes, which is giving them the extra possession. And once again, that was a beautiful finish by Ryan Steins. You saw him fake high, then go low. He took Manning high and right down into the corner.
And great eyes there by Zach White too, right? Because he kind of knows I've either got a path to the goal or I've got help. When that defense comes up, lays it off, you trust your teammate, and Ryan Steins able to net it.
Great start for the Utah Utes.
Yep. It's off a face-off. This one won by Kleckel, who's been solid today for Utah. Plays to Steins, thought about it. That shot taken away.
Kleckel having a great first start. Yes. He's one of the ASUN's preseason specialist of the year.
Utah just brought Faulkner on, and he'll play this back up with Mullen.
Boy, and if I was Utah, boy, the short stick, Faulkner's getting that matchup. Boy, I'd get that stick into his hand right away and let him go.
Cade with it here.
been real impressed with the patience
Yeah.
from Utah. This start of this first quarter, they've taken the possession down deep into the shot clock 4 or 5 times. Looking for that not good shot, but great shot mentality.
Steins. Boy, that one just hit off the post. Man, I don't know how he got that one through.
Tell you what, that thing was shot from a cannon.
That caught everyone by surprise.
Fortunately, Denver with the backup, and it'll be Pio ball.
Yeah, I think Manning was like, whoa, where'd that come from? That one ripped. Denver, we're back at X. Send it up here with Schoenfield.
The second unit of midfield back out for the Pios as they exchange, and they've got a matchup right now.
Just brought him on from middle, swing out to the wing.
Yeah, you'll see both Utah and Denver try to run that exchange often throughout the game today.
Shot backed up by Denver. Feel like Utah's defense has been pretty good too. Their spacing, good communication.
And that's something they lacked against Duke, right? The slides were a little bit slow. The communication of us, who was on ball, wasn't there, and they had just 2 or 3 of those unforced turnovers against the Blue Devils, but that's why we play this game.
Wait, this one kind of trading. Utah coming away with it. They're on the run here again. Here's Pascarella. Right over. Nice one taken. Yep, there we go. Taken back by Denver. Nice stand there.
Boy, they got a man-up advantage.
Yeah, they do. Nice hesitation.
Malowski,
there.
that's going to be
No, we're playing through.
Play on.
Yeah, no foul there. It was a check by Pascarella. Able to get that possession back here for the Utes.
Pios right a little bit harder. They were coached under Bill Turney, the legend. Coach Bill Turney, they just didn't ride very hard, and they kind of allowed that clear to get set up on defense.
Here we have. He was getting close on the clear. I heard whistles, and I don't know if we had a call here or a timeout. The officials here conversing.
Yeah, Coach Matt Brown in his 3rd year with the Denver Pios saw something right away. Got in the ear of our officials.
I thought it might be a failure, but
today's officials for today's game is J.D. Doyle, Steven Niederhauser, and Jason Johnson as they look to get things all cleared up. I haven't seen one of the officials point one way or the other.
Yeah, they're going to give Utah the possession. Not quite sure what that call was, but
this will be Trask. Denver trying to shuffle that defense on the ride. They want to double up that ball player.
They'll get it ahead with Horton. Overly.
Oh, great little hesitation move. Thought he could go right to the cage.
This plays back here to the point with Likes. Back over room here. Jake with a shot. That hit the post. Couple of iron shots here for Utah in this opening frame.
And more importantly, right, Utah's getting the looks.
Yes. Stein's here to start it. And of course, back to 60.
Yeah, I'd love to see him do like a little razor dodge here. Use Whites as kind of a pick right there on GLE. And he's got his defense hung up.
Just kind of scanning here from X, Steins.
Zach White pulled all the way up to the top. He's got a short stick matchup.
Oh, there's a little room.
This is that 2-man game that Utah likes to play up in the corners.
Shot clock back to 20 now. Steins, the left shot right to the keep. That one kept out by Manning.
A little too easy for Manning.
Yep.
Got to change the planes to make it a little bit tougher for Manning to track that ball.
Lost out. A turnover by Denver will give it right back to Utah here for these final 80 seconds of this opening quarter.
Boy, you don't see that too often from the sophomore Gordon Reynolds. Goes 6'5", 215 pounds. He's a big boy on the Pios defense.
And Utah, the shot clock is about a half second ahead of the game clock here. So Utes can essentially take the last shot if they elect. Horton coming back near side to Jordan Reed.
Reed coming over from Canisius through the transfer portal.
Been a program that has largely done a lot of its own recruiting, but this year does have some transfer portal ads. I mentioned a couple of them that hoping to get good things from.
Well, I think they got a couple of great midi Ds and a great short stick midi that'll help this Utah team.
It's a top 20 program just 2 years ago. Last year had a lot of youth injection. Trying to build back up to that as clock here down to inside 20 seconds to go. Steins. Shot clock inside 10. Steins. Little no-look pass right in front. Back at X. Got to get something on frame. There's a look. And that one waved off here.
Boy, that was
close.
Unfortunate for, I believe that was either Zach White or Chalmers. That ball ended up in his right hand, which cut down the angle severely on that last second shot.
But a great start for Utah. They lead Denver 3-1 in the Utes home opener here from Rice-Eccles Stadium.
The University of Utah lives in a thriving college city called Salt Lake. A very short train ride puts you in the heart of downtown, where you can dine, shop, and play. Go the other direction, and you're in the mountains, biking, hiking, or skiing.
Only Utah lets you heed the call of a vibrant city or the beauty of the mountains.
Hey, grab me one too.
Don't put us.
This is the moment.
Welcome back here to Rice-Eccles Stadium. Start of our second quarter with Utah leading Denver. Great start for Utah as obviously have the lead here. The defense looked good. The offense looked good. Brad, we were talking before the game how much different this game is this year from last year. I mean, it's like it's summer out here.
Yeah, it's a little different for us here out in Utah having this great weather. Almost a year ago today, Barton Stadium, February 15th, Utes come out, score 3 goals in 2 minutes, and then all of a sudden, come to snow. And by second quarter, it was a whiteout. It got sloppy. It got messy. Utes went into the fourth quarter with a 7-6 lead, but it was 4-0 run from the Denver Pios to end up beating the Utah Utes for their 6th win, 10-8.
Utah obviously with another great start today, trying to remedy that disappointing outcome last year. Is 3 different goal scorers for Utah, 2 different goal scorers, or just the one for Denver, my apologies. It's hard to do math on a Saturday. Is Denver here trying to get the clear, and it's just been tough. Utah has been very challenging. Is this one picked back by Kleckel?
One more. Boy, I would, to be honest, love to see the pull shoot there. They were pushing for backside help, let it rip. Worst case scenario, they have backside help and they can exchange and get their offense out onto the field.
Yeah, DePonio instead pull that out, and now Utah will set up. It's like the offense has shown a lot of versatility today for Utah as well. Quicker ball movement, great movement without the ball with it as well.
Yeah, and they've got a long pole over here on Cade Faulkner.
He's got some space. He'll take the shot, rips that just high, and backed up here by Steins.
Boy, he's got some zip on that ball.
Yes, he does. That's, I mean, we've got stats up here, and shots now 10-4 Utah. And on Cage, 7-3.
Which is a good sign, because
sign.
against, that really heavy offense-laden Duke team, shots were 51-29 in favor of the Blue Devils.
Reed ripped that one high. Utah starting here again. Chalmers gives back over with Overly.
Oh, great two-man. There it is.
It didn't make its way through. That was blocked in route, I think maybe by Overly.
Good thought by McNamara.
Shot clock was ticking down there, just a couple seconds left.
Manning with 4 saves already on the day.
Nice pass lofted up there. See if Denver can get some looks here. Utah defense has made it tough.
Like to see the ball get into the hands of Malowski. Boy, he's a great distributor, great facilitator on the offensive side of things.
Oh, right to the middle.
Nice little behind the back attempt. We'll call it a pass.
Yeah. Angle there, that one fought off. Backed up here.
That's Joe Taraboletti with that outside rip.
Leading goal scorer Muir with just the one shot. Malowski with just the one shot as well. They feed in front, look out, and there you go. Denver able to score. Great play there by the Pioneers.
Looked like that was number 42, Rory Graham, with a great cut on the backside, but even a better assist to him, putting that ball right in his stick for the quick finish. And that's the type of offense that I expect these Pios to have. They love the short passing, the close space passing. Kind of goes back to some of those Canadian roots from Coach Brown and the indoor box lacrosse game.
Denver with the nice goal there. They win a face-off. And this is one of those things where it's like, man, you get game of runs, right? And Denver gets a goal, they get a win and a face-off, see if they can start to build some momentum back in this game, which they really haven't been able to establish to this point.
Yeah, the first quarter they had some unforced turnovers.
6 turnovers in that first quarter by Denver.
Which allowed the Utah that many more possessions, and 4 of the 6, they were that fast break, that chaotic transition that the Utah's looking for.
Nice little roll there. That one saved away, backed up here.
Great defense by Nico DiPanio. He's the 2026 ASON Defensive Preseason Player of the Year. Not surprising, winning it in 2025.
Little behind the back shot there, missed that one. See there.
It looked like that was Malowski.
Yep.
But once again, playing from below X, right? Looking for those short little cutting passes, and oh, nice defense.
Jarred it loose, but Denver able to get back with it.
That defense, Kyle Harrison knocked that ball off.
Round shot, and Lenskol with the save. Boy, it looked like he had a path right to goal. He did, but Colin Lenskol makes the save from close.
Boy, and that's a point-blank save for Lenskol. Oh, he takes a shot.
And man, that one missed, backed up here. They say by Denver. Whoa. Okay.
Surprised? Yeah.
Me too.
Here come the Piles. Look to clear that ball here on the near side. Nico puts a punishing hit.
Love watching him play, multi-year contributor here for Utah.
Boy, he's everywhere. He kind of has one of those players that kind of has that sixth sense, right? He knows where that ball is going to be. He knows where the player's going. Would not be surprised to see him at the next level.
Oh, that one hit off the post. Boy, something about this north end today is that one, yeah, will be kept here. Good chase there by Denver.
Boy, that was a great look and a great dodge for the Piles.
Feels like Denver is starting to settle in a little bit more here.
It's like Terrible Eddie with dodge here on the near side.
Back up. Q with the down shot, and that one just, boy, almost a changeup. Looked like maybe caught Lenskol a bit off guard, and Denver now tying it up.
Boy, that was almost an old-fashioned bounce shot. Great placement, great shot. You saw him bite down to pick that ball up, and boy, that just kicked right up into the top right corner.
So Denver with a pair of goals to start this second quarter. Have tied things up here, 9:49 to play in this opening half. A couple face-off wins have helped them to turn the tide. Klecko able to win this one. Into the wing shot there, right into the body. And the crease.
Yeah, and once again, you saw that shot coming from Steins. It was a sidearm shot, but it didn't change any level of playing.
Yep.
Right to the stick of Manning for his, I believe, fifth save of the game.
Mentioned those shots were, I think, 11-4, and Denver's quickly reeling that back in. Shots now 15-11 in favor of Utah. As we hit the 9-minute mark here.
Denver looking for this matchup. They've got a short stick matchup with number 42. That's Rory Graham. Nice closeout defense there by Mikey Crane.
Boy, nearly forced the turnover.
Boy, that is just pest control right there.
From behind. Just kept here by Malowski and could not connect there as the Utah defense able to, would have been a shot clock violation. It does trickle out and be Utah possession.
Yeah, that was Chris Marigis getting a little bit of attack time. He had a great dodge coming for X. I thought he could do kind of a little face dodge, cut back down under.
Utah works this up with Likes.
Boy, I like the senior Zach White, number 12. always out there to help on the clear, but boy, he's a relentless rider.
Faulkner able to score. Boy, that one just trickled past Manning somehow.
Boy,
He thought he had it.
Yeah, I think when you watch this, you're going to see, I think Manning thought that he had it as well. He tracked that ball, he dropped low for it, but boy, that ball just scooted right up on the right side of Manning.
That one kind of had trouble written on it. You said both these players will kind of run players on from middle, and Faulkner had his defender beat. A lot of room in front of him. No one slides over. And Utah back in front.
Yeah, second tally for Faulkner. As this game stays close, right? The face-off becomes even more and more important.
Yep.
And for those possessions, they become even more critical.
And two good face-off guys between Kleckel and Schmieder today. Kleckel's certainly held his own.
Yeah, Schmieder going over 60% in
Yeah.
the first two outings.
Denver here going to take a timeout. So 7.5 to go here, opening half. Utah leading Denver 4-3. We'll step aside, be back here to Rice-Eccles Stadium.
When you need inspiration, it's worth shopping Smith's. For thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And low prices that add up to big savings, like over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Back a look there at the two huddles. Coach McMahon in his 5th season here at the University of Utah, 41-24 over that time, and 5th season in the ASUN Conference as well, 4 consecutive regular season titles, but haven't been able to translate that into postseason victories yet. Hoping that meeting NCAA tournament, right? But hoping that they get back to the tournament and start to continue to build the brand of this program, which is still just in its infancy. In just its 8th year as a D1 program.
Yeah, we heard Coach McMahon today talking on the podcast. He talked about the little things. They've got a lot of little things that they're going to have to do to change to get this program back up to the caliber that they were a couple of years ago. You know, last year there was a number of injuries that kind of stymied the Utes in that 2025 season. But boy, a couple of heartbreak one-point game losses at the end of the season last year to miss out on another ASUN championship.
Denver, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, you know, one thing I've noticed, we haven't had any flags today.
I was thinking the same thing.
Like, I'm shocked. Both these teams are physical. The Pios on defense, they've got some great players in Reynolds. Also Caldwell, he's a Utah native, went to the IMG Academy. We didn't see him too much over here because he was back there in Florida, but boy, they've got a great few number of D-poles that are making a difference for the Pios.
Feels like Denver settled down a little bit. That first quarter felt like they were a little out of sync. Feels like this is kind of more what I expected from them today, and Utah's going to have to continue to be able to match that, both intensity but also kind of deliberateness of their offense and defense. Is Denver here with it?
Beautiful slide, great timing. That's 21, Mikey Crane, and that's going to be, is it a push call?
Yeah.
Pioneer retained possession.
That's one thing. I think this Utah defense has been physical today. Those slides have been good. They've really done a lot to make Denver have to work for things. Haven't given up a lot of easy looks.
Watching the Utes for the last number of years, boy, I'd love for them to step up the aggressiveness on the defensive side of things.
Yes.
I think that's one thing that Coach Doyle could really push these guys to be a little bit more physical.
I think we've seen that here today. It's Utah coming ahead now. Hanscole made another save. Mullen.
This is where I like this. Mikey Crane's still out on offense with the long pole as he trots off, but that's kind of that chaotic offense that the Utes, not only they come out and play, but they practice that as well.
I think some of it is, can we create an opportunity? Is there an opportunity there? Can we create one in the current situation? And then if not, then we'll kind of get settled and get our offense out there. It's Jordan Reed. Get this back with Overly.
Will Overly, one of the captains on the team, he's got a twin brother.
Yeah.
On the other side of the field. He's a red shirt, had an injury here, I believe over here at Utah. As a twin myself, I wonder what it's like playing head-to-head.
Shot clock trickling down, and Faulkner couldn't get that shot away as Denver with possession now pushing ahead.
Yeah, it was a great possession of defense for the Denver Pioneers.
Yeah, you kind of wonder if there was any talk, added talk this week between that.
Boy, it's got to be a little bit of a smack talk, right? Denver leads this 6-0.
Yep.
One of the Overleys has the edges at least. Boy, they extend this offense out, starting right at the midfield. Which on the defensive side of things, it just creates a longer slide as we see Nico.
There's the middle. Now back.
That looks like Joe Teraboletti.
Couldn't get that shot away. Nice close there by Shepard.
Boy, this Utah defense is playing fantastic.
Yep. Shot clock down to 10. Got the angle there, but a stick check forces that off target. Shot clock down to 4. Denver, can they do something with it?
Oh, should dump it in the corner.
That Utah defense.
Boy, I wish we had replay on that. Nico DiPanio, boy, he got that stick in between the cross and the body of that player and just kind of pop that pass out. Not able to get a good look at the cage.
Here comes Utah. Haley will play to the wing now, up with Sparks. There's another one of the sophomores for Utah.
Yeah.
All the freshmen last year that had significant playing time. White had that looking to the wing there. Is stick check there put on by Denver.
Great defense, great takeaway. Here come the Pios.
This is Brody Davis. Trickling down to 3 minutes to go here in this opening half.
Yeah, Brody Davis, he's a 210 6-foot deep hole out of Seton Hall Prep.
You will feel that, huh?
But I think both sides on defense have played great today.
Yes, they have.
Minus the few turnovers that we had at the first of the game with the Pios.
Yep.
This second quarter has turned out to be a really clean game.
A bit of a running start here. Bruno to the middle, dumping right in front, and that one just missed. Boy, I don't know if Lenskold got a piece of that or not.
Boy, that's an opportunity for that attackman just to take a step, a yard difference in the game of lacrosse at the goal line makes a big difference with the angle.
This is going to come back as an infraction call there. Denver's still on it here.
That'll
Utah not out of the woods yet.
That'll reset the shot clock on that turnover.
There you go. Lenskold.
One of my favorite passes in the game of cross is that quick outlet by the goalie to instill this fast break transition. Oh,
what a save by Manning. Tic-tac-toe and robbed by Grayson Manning.
That's the second point-blank shot that Manning has taken away from Utah.
And now I think Utah's going to take a timeout here. So 1:55 to go. Utah will have it. Don't go anywhere. We got a good one.
Welcome imagine you. 1,534 acres of you can achieve anything. You see a collection of buildings, some old, some new. But inside these buildings, there are no ceilings for your ideas, no walls for your dreams. So come and let your imagination fly.
If teamwork is part of you, if passion is part of you, if dedication is part of you, if compassion is part of you, if purpose is part of you, if caring is part of you, be part of University of Utah Health.
The Wasatch Mountains rise up behind the University of Utah campus. They motivate us to keep our goals lofty, whether it's inspiring our students to achieve more or providing the very best patient care. Our mission is to create unsurpassed societal impact. But some days, it's just to have a great ride, hike, or run. And with a backyard like this, who can blame us?
Back out of that timeout, Utah will have possession. 1:55 to go here in this opening half. See 52 seconds left on the shot clock. Grayson Manning has really settled into this game. Utah's made him work, 10 shots on goal. We'll start here in the corner.
Yeah, this is that little razor pick that I like. I'd love to see Utah run a little bit more.
Overly, you see that slide come over, take away his angle. Steins will give back. Chalmers. 20 seconds on the shot clock here for the Utes. Reed with a shot there, missed it high and backed up.
I'm okay with that shot. Still 15 seconds. Enough time to get set up in their offense again. If you're going to shoot, put it in the back of the net or shoot it wide and get good back out.
Yep. Shot clock inside 10.
Utah looking to sub off.
Steins looking for somewhere to go. Not a lot of options.
Yeah, I'd like to see Stein just to dump that in the opposite corner of where he was at. Down in this corner, as you see, the Pirates, they get a fast break coming out of that turnover.
Yep. Pushing up quickly. Got a timeout taken here by Denver. We'll actually stay here for this one. As we talked a little bit about Utah. How about Coach Matt Brown? I mean, what a job he's done. Third year here in charge of his alma mater, was the OC for, what,
20 years?
20 years?
Yeah, it was 17 years.
Wow.
Played at the Denver University as well. Was a great player in his time. But Matt Brown does a lot outside Denver University. He's the head coach for the Canadian national team. He also started up, he's one of the co-founders of the Denver Elite Lacrosse Club that's over there. I've had an opportunity to play against that Denver Elite team a number of times the last, 10 years. And it is an elite squad that he has over there. He also founded, I think, 4 Colorado and 4 west of the Mississippi. He founded up the Denver Elite Box Lacrosse program, which is only growing and getting bigger here in the West on it, and it's paying off. You see here for the for Denver University, 11 of their players coming from the great state of Colorado.
And, it's one of those where you just appreciate people who are so invested in helping to grow this game, right? And you see so many ways that he's engaged in his community and supporting lacrosse. Obviously, has done a great job at Denver as they continue to be one of the top programs in their conference, in the country as well. Also, the head coach of the Canadian national lacrosse team. You talked about some of the Canadian influence in his offense. We were talking before the game just about how much you enjoyed watching his offense and trying to learn from his scheme and what he does. What is it that's so intriguing to you as you have watched that more this last week?
Boy, and it's been around for a long time, going back there with Bill Tierney back in the days when Matt Brown was the offensive coordinator. But, it was always known, but boy, that ball does not stay in the crosshead for very long, right? We call it one cradle and a pass, and that's kind of what has been known. There's a myth out there that, the players come to Denver University, everybody had to restring their crosshead, and they had to take out those deep pockets to be able to get that ball out of that cross quickly. But you'll see, as you've seen in the first two quarters, crisp, elite passing from the Piles.
Denver started coming out of this timeout. No timeouts left for Denver. You see they can take the final shot here, potentially tie this up as we head into the break. 40 seconds to go. As you mentioned, still no penalties in this game, which is probably advantageous for Utah. This Denver penalty kill is phenomenal.
Over 80%.
Yeah,
I was hoping we would get to one of those to talk about it, because
we will eventually.
Boy, sure. That is just a phenomenal stat.
Down to 15 seconds left in this half.
Let's see if the Utes can communicate here. They're going to go.
Worked around, trying to free up some room. A shot there, Lenskol with the save. Great defense there by Utah. As we will head into the break, a strong first quarter for Utah. They're able to continue in the second. They lead Denver 4-3 here in the Utes home opener at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
Big O Tires has more than 460 locations nationwide. Chances are there's a location near you. Owned by someone in your neighborhood, we offer a wide range of diagnostic, repair, and routine maintenance services, backed by one of the best national service warranties, because everyone in our community deserves legendary care. Big O is the team you trust.
The University of Utah lives in a thriving college city called Salt Lake. A very short train ride puts you in the heart of downtown, where you can dine, shop, and play. Go the other direction, and you're in the mountains, biking, hiking, or skiing.
Only Utah lets you heed the call of a vibrant city or the beauty of the mountains.
grab me one too.
This is the moment you come to life. Smile pulled you close and held you tight. Feel the magic suddenly. The pieces fit together like family. You're finally home. You're here where you belong. You belong. You belong. You belong. You belong.
When you need inspiration, it's worth shopping Smith's. For thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And low prices that add up to big savings, like over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Welcome to Imagine You. 1,534 acres of you can achieve anything. You see a collection of buildings, some old, some new. But inside these buildings, there are no ceilings for your ideas, no walls for your dreams. So come and let your imagination fly.
If teamwork is part of you, if passion is part of you, if dedication is part of you, if compassion is part of you, if purpose is part of you, if caring is part of you, be part of University of Utah Health.
The Wasatch Mountains rise up behind the University of Utah campus. They motivate us to keep our goals lofty, whether it's inspiring our students to achieve more or providing the very best patient care. Our mission is to create unsurpassed societal impact. But some days, it's just to have a great ride, hike, or run. And with a backyard like this, who can blame us? The University of Utah is set against the Wasatch Mountains. We ski, ride, and climb those mountains. As one of the leading research universities in the nation, we are working to eradicate cancer, seeking solutions for climate change, helping people walk again, and transforming mental health care. Our mission is to create unsurpassed societal impact. Sound lofty? It comes with the territory.
Big O Tires has more than 460 locations nationwide. Chances are there's a location near you. Owned by someone in your neighborhood, we offer a wide range of diagnostic, repair, and routine maintenance services, backed by one of the best national service warranties, because everyone in our community deserves legendary care. Big O is the team you trust.
The University of Utah lives in a thriving college city called Salt Lake. A very short train ride puts you in the heart of downtown, where you can dine, shop, and play. Go the other direction, and you're in the mountains, biking, hiking, or skiing.
Only Utah lets you heed the call of a vibrant city or the beauty of the mountains.
Hey, grab me one too.
This is the moment you come to life. Smile pulled you close and held you tight. Feel the magic suddenly. The pieces fit together like family. You're finally home. You're here where you belong. You belong. You belong. You belong. You belong.
When you need inspiration, it's worth shopping Smith's. For thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And low prices that add up to big savings, like over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Welcome back. Getting ready to start our second half. Utah leading Denver 4-3 here at Rice-Eccles Stadium. Dane Stewart, Brad Searle with you. And boy, the way this game started, Utah jumps out 3-0 lead, 3-1 lead. Denver kind of fights back. They settled down a little bit. They had the 6 first quarter turnovers, just 2 in that second quarter. Brad, your thoughts on what we saw in this first half from these two teams?
Yeah, really the same thing. I think for both teams on the offensive side of things, it's been a balanced first 2 quarters in scoring. Faulkner with 2, Steins and McNamara with a tally, and for the Piles, it's Molesky, Graham, and Pluckhue.
We talked about the 2 goalies today, Manning and Lensgold. They've both been great. They're both over 600 save percentage in that first half. As Denver coming out, that one hitting a pipe. My goodness, that ricocheting back to midfield in the stands. That had some serious heat on it. Big rip there by Hayes.
Oh, the mindset to step in the cage.
No kidding,
and
huh?
be a goalie.
Hey, you know I gave that a try once.
You did.
Did not turn out well. Is Utah here work to clear?
I care for Utah here in the second half. I'd like to see Cade Faulkner get the ball. He's on a shorty. I'd let him go.
Pair of goals, turning around, trying to take that shot ricocheted off. A player en route. He kept here. The north end, which is the end that Utah's attacking here in this third quarter, seemed to be favorable today.
Yeah.
Steins.
Boy, the double comes quick on Ryan Steins.
Right back.
As I mentioned at first of the broadcast, right, this is where who's going to get that party started besides Steins? Who can create that separation and draw that slide to force the defense to have to rotate on the backside? And we just haven't seen too much of that from Utah.
McNamara, Steins, and Faulkner were the lead in team goals for Utah coming into this one, as that one does just nick the pipe and backed up here again. And they're the only scorers for Utah in this first half, so to your point, can get some depth going in this one. If you're the Utes, you may need it. As that pass deflected, as Faulkner with room, he'll take the shot, and that one scores. Boy, that might have hit a Denver player. Felt like it came out very awkward, did it not?
It did. Yeah, interesting to see this one here on the replay. Came out what I would call a little hot out of the stick. Boy, it's a great start, though, for the Utes. Get back in the scoring column. Boy, it was a great knockdown for the Pio defense. I thought they were actually going to come up with a cause turnover. As coaches often yell, ground balls win games.
So Cade now with his third today. He's got the hat trick, and this will be Denver possession. Utah started this game very similarly. I mean, Cade scored in the first 31 seconds of this one and scores 90 seconds into the second half.
Yeah, as a coach myself, for Matt Brown, right? I'm excited for this challenge that's taking place right now. The first two games were pretty easy with Cleveland and the Academy. Boy, they've got their hands full with the Utah Utes, which is only going to make the Pios better in the long run.
It's exactly what you want, right? A couple games kind of get everyone settled and familiar, and now you start to add some tests to your schedule. They'll take on Cornell next week, and then they have Michigan. So
boy, when you look, so that shot sails
first
wide.
Flag of the game.
Yeah, and you look at that Denver Pio schedule, if not one of the hardest schedules in the country. You mentioned Cornell, Michigan. Then they go to Ohio State, Syracuse, Duke, and then they start their Big East Conference play with the number 5 Georgetown Hoyas.
So Denver shot there, and they score. Boy, that one just short side. How about that fit on the rip by Malowski? His second goal today, as he keeps that 10-game goal-scoring streak alive.
Gonna watch here. Watch this overhand. Boy, that is textbook perfect. Put it on the inside. Great job by the goalkeeper, but just better shots.
There's not a lot of room. You see he just barely fits that over the shoe.
Oh, Lentz Gold got that foot out. It just went up and over that. But beautiful shot by Malowski. It's what the Pios needed.
2 goals today for Cody.
Yeah, for the Pios, like to call out the name a little bit more, of Watt Muir. He's had a couple of great 2 first outings. And one name that we really haven't called out is Merrick Zergonis for the Pios. He's also a lethal threat on offense.
Yeah, it's really been Malowski today who's carried the bucket thus far. It's back to a 1-goal difference. And procedure here this time on Denver. We'll give the possession to Utah. Nice battle there. Dara was in to take that face-off for the Utes.
They'll look to burn this. They're going to double Steins quickly up in the corner. They'll get trapped.
He can get you with speed. As Denver has that covered. Steins with it still here.
Denver looking to double, but this is that chaotic chaos.
For a triple team, and Steins, my goodness! 3 defenders around him, it didn't matter. Steins, 1 on 3, able to score for Utah.
Dane, I don't know how many times I've seen this in lacrosse games. The defense, they're a man up, they want to come up, they want to double, but it kind of gets everything out of sort and sync on the backside. And Steins, nice speed, nice burst, nice finish.
Well, you talk about what a special player he's been for Utah, and you see elements like that where it's like, man, I mean, what do you do?
Cheer for it. Just cheer.
That's a great answer. Second goal today for Ryan Steins as this face-off possessed by Denver.
It's been a great battle at the face-off throughout the game.
Yep. Been favorable for Utah according to the stats we have. Got 9-2 on mine, which I'm like, is that really right?
Yeah, I've got 9-3 as well, yeah. Which is surprising.
Yeah.
Schmieder coming in with over 60% on the face-off.
And it doesn't feel that one-sided to me. Milewski will work back to X here.
Well, I'd get it right back to Milewski. He's feeling it. He's finished up with a beautiful overhand shot. Playing a little 1-4-1 set on offense. And the defense, they're not in a zone, but they're kind of in a zone. They're not pressuring on the backside all that much.
They're really kind of clogging the middle. Everything's extended right now for Denver. Fed in front. What a find. My goodness. Boy, that is a thing of beauty there for the Pios.
Oh, and that's what you call one more. Beautiful finish.
You talked about Zagurnis. There he is, getting his first one. How about that? Boy, that defense trying to take away that middle, but there's just that perfect lane carved out, and Zagurnis with a great finish.
Yeah, Zagurnis, right, he made that initial fake to the top left side, which drew Lenskold up, and then just buried it into the back of the net. That's a positive for the Pios. Been able to call out his name. They got to get him scoring, get back in the game.
Denver with the face-off win here. They come right back here on offense, back behind the cage. Zagurnis is here with Milewski.
Yeah, Milewski, was a 2025 Minto Cup MVP, and the Minto Cup is kind of like the national indoor box lacrosse league up there in Canada, and to earn that title is phenomenal.
That one kept out by Lenskold, just kind of plucked that one away. Utah here on the run. Steins.
Oh, he had McNamara out on the far side.
I was kind of wondering if Faulkner may try to take that shot on the run. It would have been a challenging one.
Like I said, I don't mind shots on the run or quick shots in early possession. As long as it's not one of those popcorn easy shots for the goalie to save. You've got backup, you got coverage, because it allows your offense then to exchange in the subline and also reset on offense.
White will give out with Steins here. Overly there on the screen. Overly. Slide coming over, forces back behind. 20 seconds left on the shot clock here.
Yeah, been real impressed with the short stick midi play of the Pios.
Was that Carson Sparks? Yes, it was. Wow.
Let the sophomore feed. Beautiful finish by Carson Sparks. Watch this on the replay. Great thing that he did was he started out with his right hand. He exchanged that cross over to the left hand, which helped him create a little bit more angle. Beautiful finish by the sophomore.
Going top shelf there, Carson Sparks. And now we're getting that offense going here.
Yeah, Carson Sparks is a Colorado native.
It's got to feel good, huh?
I think so. I think so. And it works both ways on both of these rosters. As we've studied these rosters, we have players both sides from Utah and Colorado.
Stein's trying to go far post there, just missed it wide, backed up by Utah.
I've always thought it'd been an interesting conversation. We talk about the Overly twins, right? Recruitment process and them going to two different schools out there. I'd love to know the story of that, how that unfolded.
Utah Haley here. Well, that pass was just fed through.
Boy, McNamara was lit up by two poles.
He did a great job keeping that, didn't he? Steins.
Boy, and Steins, in the first couple games, including this one, he just looks healthy again.
Yeah.
Looks back to his normals. That stop by one of the defenders.
Yeah, shot got deflected.
Yeah, it's one of those short stick middies that just been great for the Pioneers.
Some room here, long pole shot and a goal. Boy, look at that one from high point, and that one scored by Russ Overly. There you go.
Well, hello, twin. Boy, beautiful release, beautiful finish. Boy, when those poles shoot that ball overhand, it just extends that level of playing significantly. Boy, Piles loving that juice goal. Anytime you can get a goal in that transition, and usually with the deep pole, boy, it fires up the sideline.
Nice shot there by the redshirt junior. Able to pull Denver back to within one. This has been the story of this third quarter. It's been 1 back to 2, 1 back to 2. As Denver winning the face-off here. Trying to get this game tied up. Hasn't been even since the opening seconds.
And I think for the Utah Utes, right, leading 7-6, it's got to give you some confidence as we're heading into the end of the third quarter, into the fourth.
My apologies. It was tied up for a minute or so in the second at 3.
Malowski being defended well by Mikey Crane.
Gives the clock a quick look here.
Boy, DePanio, as they set that razor pick from the corner, and you saw how they pushed that cross court to create that long slide from the defense, and a great knockdown for Utah's short stick midi D.
That was Harrison. He's got it here. Oh, long pull shot here. That kept out by Manning.
A little too easy. That shot by Luke Pavetta. Boy, you got the 6-foot pole, right?
Yeah.
Use it to your advantage. Create that level of playing.
They'll work now back to Malowski.
Yeah, and if I'm the Piles, I've got a short stick with Malowski. Like, I'm thinking go time.
I think they just made that change. A shot here. Lenskol with a nice save. He'll come back to gather here for Utah. Feels like he made a couple saves early, really gave him confidence in this one. And as Denver tries to make pushes, boy, a save or two like that, kind of keep that confidence up for the senior keep would be big for Utah.
He's looked good.
Yes, he has.
Through the first 3 quarters of play.
Jordan Reed with it here. Now Will Overly.
Yeah, they're looking to try this matchup right here with Overly. Oh, nice cut.
A nice step, gives over Reed the shot, and that hit off maybe the helmet.
Boy, that was just textbook. Perfect for offense, right? You draw the slide, you push up. I think Reed, right, needs to shoot that ball a little bit quicker. Boy, in this college game, you just don't have a lot of time to set your feet and let it rip.
Little space here. That shot missed the cage. Backed up again.
Overly throwing a little heat from that far side.
Well, look, he knows that text thread. There's going to be a comment made. He's got to even things up here, right?
Yeah. White getting in the two-man action there with Steins. Great.
So White.
Find. Well, that's a couple opportunities
Yes,
that White's had right there at the crease. But for Utah, right, they're still getting their opportunities, and they got to feel confident.
Fed in front, Reed with the shot and the save. My goodness, what a save by Manning from point blank.
Beautiful, and he is fired up.
He should be.
Boy, cheering up his sideline, trying to get them juiced up on the sideline. Great save by Manning.
Love the play there for Utah. Boy, the passing set it right in front for Reed one-on-one.
I got to be honest, I thought that was in. That ball was passed, and it was in and out of the stick so quick, but just better goalie play.
Yep. So Denver setting back up here. Another chance to draw even.
And you can see how they're spacing out there on the far side with the two-man game, allowing for what we call a lot of green grass to be exposed. That allows for that offensive dodger to be able to make that play.
I kind of like that. They were bringing Malowski up, trying to feed him right at GLE. But Utah now able to get the clear. Utes on the run.
I'd like to see him push a little bit. It seems like they've kind of been a little hesitant at the 30-yard line. I'd love to see them just push that transition, be a little bit more chaotic.
Nearing the 3-minute mark here, third quarter. White with it is give that back now with Haley. Down to the wing, the room here for a shot that hits the post again. Boy, that ripped by Sparks.
And I think as a young player, Sparks being a sophomore, the more and more he gets the opportunity to shoot and the more and more success, it's only going to build his confidence, is going to be valuable for the Utah program.
Steins.
Oh, great defense by the short stick midi.
Going to try that left-handed shot, and that one saved by Manning. Now Denver on the run.
And that's just a couple of easy shots.
Oh, what
beautiful.
a stick check. Taken back here by Zach White.
I was just going to mention, one of the great things I love about Zach White, he rides hard. Like rarely do you ever see him not riding all the way to midfield.
Sparks giving here with Steins. 2 to go here in this third quarter. Been a battle between these two. Utah looking for their first win over Denver.
Utah still looking to get their subs, and they got a matchup on top. Faulkner coming in on the top. Boy, I'd give him that ball. He's got a lot of great speed.
Denver's aware. They've given him a couple looks the way of number 23. He's got it here.
Boy, he loves dodging from here on the wing.
Oh, nice step. Faulkner, that one just wide, and Denver. Oh, to Utah here. Steins able to win that.
I don't know, from up here, boy, that looked like Brody Davis might have won.
Don't tell anyone. Here's White. Working through and is backed up again. Equipment in the way. 16 seconds left on the shot clock. Good look there, Manning. The sophomore's been good today. Cade with the shot and the save. Gathered by Reynolds. Denver here trying to push it up. 1 minute to go in the third.
Boy, Denver has advantage. Got a guy cutting in the middle. Look for the little give and go. Looks like they're going to reset and play for the last shot here.
Still just the one penalty today. And no, there were two, but neither of them went to man advantage. Right, because each
the one
team
was
scored
serving.
Off of it.
Yeah, there was one serving.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I missed that one. My apologies.
But for a college lacrosse of just a couple of pennies, it feels a little odd.
And yet, still been very physical.
Well,
been very competitive. Been great.
Both defenses looked really, really good today. I didn't see a lot of film on the Denver game, but the games that I saw for Utah, I would consider it a big improvement from the first 2 games for the running Utes.
Clock inside 10. Malowski out of room, feeding the middle.
Great play. Oh, as he looks down.
Hard check there. And the third quarter has come to a close. Utah bringing some heat here to expire the quarter. The physicality prevents a shot from Denver. As you see the bench fired up, we head to the fourth quarter. Utah leading Denver 7-6 here in your 26 home opener.
If teamwork is part of you, if passion is part of you, if dedication is part of you, if compassion is part of you, if purpose is part of you, if caring is part of you, be part of University of Utah Health.
The Wasatch Mountains rise up behind the University of Utah campus. They motivate us to keep our goals lofty, whether it's inspiring our students to achieve more or providing the very best patient care. Our mission is to create unsurpassed societal impact. But some days, it's just to have a great ride, hike, or run. And with a backyard like this, who can blame us? The University of Utah is set against the Wasatch Mountains. We ski, ride, and climb those mountains. As one of the leading research universities in the nation, we are working to eradicate cancer, seeking solutions for climate change, helping people walk again, and transforming mental health care. Our mission is to create unsurpassed societal impact. Sound lofty? It comes with the territory.
Start of the fourth quarter, Utah winning the face-off, leading 7-6 over Denver. What a game we've had. Coach, we were talking at that break, and you just said, man, that hit that was put on by Shepard, so big for Utah to close out that third quarter with physicality and preventing a look from Denver.
Yeah, that's one of those juice plays that you don't see too often on the defensive side of things. Shepard out of Austin, Texas, the senior, really amped up and motivated. You saw them walk all the way over to the sideline, and that Utah bench was juiced.
Certainly brought some energy to that bench, to the stadium here as well. Good crowd on hand.
Utah running that 1-4-1 set as well. That 1-4-1 set allows you to dodge from top, bottom to corners and allows a lot of spacing on the offense.
Steins with a tough angle there. This backed up by Reed. We'll keep it here.
Dan, you know who's been quiet since the first quarter is Luke McNamara.
Yeah.
The lethal lefty shooter from Utah.
Yeah, Stats have him with just 2 shots today. Scored a goal off one of those. But to your point, that's back in the opening quarter. Oh, that one. Tough angle for Overland. Kept here again by
Boy, and they're going to get a reset.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that must have got a piece of that as it came through. Wasn't a lot of angle on that shot from Overly.
There's Faulkner with it. He's got a lane, driving right through, and that save by Manning. Nice save. Knew that was going top shelf.
Boy, and it's a great dodge by Faulkner.
Yep.
Love to see him. He carried that stick high above his shoulders. Love to see him buried in the bottom corner.
Shot there and a goal. Denver with the answer. Transition goal for the Pioneers as they've tied things up here 7 apiece off of Sam Trumbull's goal.
Boy, that's the value of having that great two-way midi. Both can play tough physical defense, push in transition, and get a tally in the back of the net.
So we talk about, Denver, you talk about their first 2 games, Cleveland State, Air Force. This has certainly been their toughest contest yet. Good for them to have a battle here, especially in the fourth quarter for Utah. We know they failed to Duke, but man, you're right in this game. Can you put it together over these last 15 minutes, hold on to a game you have not trailed it?
Well, and I'm just thinking the same thing, right? Start of the fourth quarter. Can the Utes finish this?
Yeah.
Right? They never beat the Pioneers down 6-0 in their series against Denver.
You think about last year, there were a couple of those games where they kind of had leads and then fourth quarter couldn't wrap them up, and the youth. And here's that growing moment for this group, for Utah, if they can find a way to.
Yeah, a lot of say that on paper this is the best Utah team that they've had in the program. Oh,
nice stick check there.
Tried to walk the dog and just better defense.
Flanagan able to jar it loose. Utah now coming ahead. Here's Mullen. Head over, extra pass here. Angle shot, and that's saved by Manning again. Boy, he has locked it in. Look, there it was by McNamara.
Got the shot.
Yep.
I was just watching that unfold on the offensive set. I would have liked McNamara to be up about 2-3 more yards just to help increase that angle. Man, he's playing great at the defense. When he hugs that pipe on the left side, boy, McNamara has to thread the needle to get it in the back of the net.
Haley. Back with Chalmers.
Sparks gave a little bit of.
Chalmers tough again. Manning's already kind of rolling with him to the near side.
In the last 3 or 4 shots here in the third quarter, start of the first quarter, I think Utah's really making Manning look really, really good. There's no change on the plane. They're right to stick side high. I'd love for them to mix that up just a little bit on their shot selection.
Chattery with it will play over. Malowski. Denver making a couple changes here.
Manning up to 13 saves.
Yep.
Young one out of British Columbia. Boys just played fantastic for 3 quarters of play.
Bruno, as they continue to work this around. Malowski, you see the defense there by Mikey Crane. Shot clock down to 15 here for Denver.
Yeah, I like Mikey Crane's defense. He goes 6'2". It seems to has a lot of length out there on the defensive side of things. That's
coming in. Bruno staying with it. Lenskold will get the save, but we will get the flag here, the penalty, and Denver here will go man up.
That foul's going to be on Mikey Crane. Almost looked like he tried to do a rusty gate, but it ended up into the side of the Pio player.
So 1 minute there. This will be a big test here. Denver going man up, looking for their first lead of the contest.
And I think for the Pios coming into the game, Coach Brown, this is an area that I would think that he'd want to work on. He was 0-3 against the Academy in the man-up possession. Denver, well known for their crafty stick skills, their quick passing, the one cradle and a pass. Let's see what the Pios can do.
Come back here, Bruno. Trying to move that quickly. Shot here got deflected en route.
It's Connor Flanagan with that nice deflection. helps break up kind of the momentum on that offensive set.
30 seconds left here on the man up. Fed in front. Denied. That one either hit Lenskold or post. Doesn't matter. Stays out either way.
Yeah,
now Utah with it.
Looked like Lenskold got a piece of that. Boy, that's a great save. And more importantly, a great kill on that.
Yep. Here's Ben Trask. I think show some patience here. You just got a couple seconds left as time has been served. Utah back at full strength. So Utah defense did what it needed to do. Can their offense get them the lead back? Haley.
Yeah, I love this invert offense right here. As you see the quick slide coming from the deep hole. Boy, that shot pretty deep. I don't know if I like that.
Well, it looked like his stick maybe got interrupted on the shot, which really slowed it up. Now Manning. Goes up through the middle.
Nice clear for the Pios.
Yep.
Oh, they got a man up. They look over here to the near side. Didn't follow on the exchange from the midfield. Now he's going to sub off. Boy, that's the game within the game, is that sub box over on that far side.
Bit of a run and start. And on the wing now coming around. Ooh.
Boy, that was a long crease slide from Pavetta.
Utah on the run, working ahead. The shot McNamara denied by Manning.
Right, once again, he's at the 12-yard line. He's a lefty, which increases his angle, but 1-2 more yards up.
Utah right back at it. That one stays out. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, McNamara, I just wish he was just up a couple more yards on that. He's getting a lot of great looks from the left wing.
You saw Utah that last time. I mean, they had the start. They were right back on it before that Denver D could even get repositioned. They were bringing subs on. As we're approaching the midway point in this fourth quarter, 7 apiece, Utah, Denver. This non-conference, it's been a great series between these two.
Push and go.
Steins works right back. Reed. Yeah, not much there. Nice defense there by the Pioneers.
They're almost in a zone right now. You kind of that 3-3 zone. The middle guy camps right there in the middle of the crease. Here he comes on the slide.
Faulkner crosses over and
it's going to be a crease
violation.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah. So Denver.
Great
working
upfield pass.
Look out, right through the middle. Oh, a big stick check. How about that by Marco Pascarella?
Beautiful trail check.
The crowd here cheering that effort. He's got it now. He'll move up to Steins. Utah looking to attack. White, nope. Everyone back there for Denver.
Boy, nice recovery from the Pioneers to shut down that fast break transition.
Just the one goal in this fourth quarter coming from Trumbull to tie it up for Denver. Overly. Play back behind.
Oh, nice defense by the short stick midi.
Haley staying with it here. Will feed over. Shot here, that did not make its way through.
Great ride. Oh, stay on. Oh, great recovery by the Pios.
Here comes Denver. They got numbers if they hurry. That one could not be handled. And given back as Pavetta will gather for Utah. Utes now pushing ahead. Boy, they got numbers. Trask. Oh, that pass just a little low for Steins. Denver back on it.
Boy, that is a great missed opportunity for the Utes.
5.5 to go here in regulation. You're up and down the field here. Get to a point where your possession's now really at a premium in this game.
As they always say, right? Lacrosse is a game of possessions. That face-off, right, starts with possessions from there, and then, you know, the keeps, right? Each save that they get is an additional possession that they have, an opportunity to go down to score.
Here's Bruno. Four goals, 3 assists coming in today, has not scored a goal, I should say.
A little surprised with the shot. Oh, beautiful
that one hit off
overhand.
the post.
Boy, I think that was Mulaski again, and he's limping off the field, but that was a beautiful overhand. Nice pick up by Lenskold.
Trask coming ahead here for Utah.
As I mentioned, you know, the shots on goal, 45 to Utah, only 26.
Surprising.
For the Pioneers, that is a little bit surprising for me.
And 23-16 on goal in this one in favor of Utah as well. Now again, you made mention that third quarter, some of those shots for Utah were kind of right at McNamara, but hey, he kept them out. Or at Manning, my apologies. Kept them all out. Here's Steins. Gives back.
Oh, beautiful
Room
two-man
here.
game.
Nope, Manning.
Boy, the sophomore has looked impressive.
Yes, he has. His save percentage now up near 700 in this contest.
Coach will say, yes, thank you, I'll take another.
Indeed, and he's just a sophomore.
As we mentioned, he was the player of the week, defensive player of the week for the Big East Conference. Great accomplishment, boy, and he has shown it out here in the first 3 quarters.
Been impressive. 7 apiece. Denver and Utah, 3.5 to go. The Pioneers going to take a timeout. We'll be back here at Rice Eccles Stadium after this.
All Inside Certificated, 2024 Inside Player of the Year, and 2023 Inside Freshman of the Year. And 2025 Inside NBA Game Period. Let's give it up for our captain, Ryan!
So timeout here, and we talked about some of the streaks coming into this one. We had not mentioned this. How about the streak for Ryan Steins, which it continues today, 37-game point streak for the scoring leader for Utah. Just phenomenal.
It just goes to show what a great athlete, top to bottom, that Ryan Steins is. And like we mentioned before, right, with this last year of being a true facilitator, he really has turned into just that complete player for the University of Utah.
So if you're Denver here, obviously you have possession coming out of this. Where do you look to go for this offense?
One, I'm patient. I've got a full shot clock, right? So I want to be patient. Every possession is crucial this stage of the game. I'm going back to Mulaski, right? He's found the ability to get open. He's had a couple of great overhand looks. He did hobble off. It'll be interesting to see if he gets back out on the field. But Zaragonis, Muir, right? Get those two involved into that offense a little bit. They've been quiet today.
I mean, we've talked about Lenskold. You have a look at him there as he's running back to the crease. Talk about his effort today.
Been phenomenal from start to finish, and right, this is what Utah has been accustomed to, right? He's been solid. He's a 4-year starter, averaging 50% save percentages throughout his whole entire career. And if you look at all the games that he's played, boy, he has had some phenomenal games where he's had 20-plus saves in that contest.
Zaguris here to start.
Oh, great defense, great knockdown.
Utah thought they had it, and whistles here.
Boy, he should have just stayed in front of him. It would have been a push violation if he could have just stayed in front of the Pio.
Gonna reset the shot clock here to 60.
And down there, it does look like Mulaski is back out on the field.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's hobbling either. Right in the middle.
Once again, full shot clock, right?
Yep.
Oh, nice
Nice
cut.
step, working in front and scoring. Boy, once you beat that defender, you know it's going to be tricky. And Zagurnis there with the goal for Denver.
Yeah, Pavetta's going to want this one back. He tried to use a little bit, as you watch here on the replay, he tried to use a little bit too much stick. He got up and around him, put the defender on the backside, finished with an important bucket for the Pioneers.
First lead of the game for Denver comes with 3 to go in regulation.
As we mentioned, face-offs, crucial.
And this one coming near side. Denver could not possess that cleanly, out of play. It'll be Utah possession. Well, now Kleckel hobbling as he tries to work his way back to the bench for Utah.
Boy, he made a nice check right there here on the near sideline to knock that ball out of the stick for Utah to retain possession.
The last Utah goal was 8:33 to go in the third quarter.
As I mentioned, the last couple of shots have been really kind of just easy shots for Manning to gather up, and we're going to have a timeout here on the field.
So, Coach, let's talk about that. I mean, it's been, 20-plus minutes since Utah scored a goal. You talk about maybe they haven't made Manning work as much as they did early. How do you try to get him back moving and get him out of the rhythm he's found here in the second half?
Yeah, really, which is kind of like the game of basketball, right? And that's why free throws and layups are so important, just to get in that rhythm. He's got to look not maybe for these outside shots, but look for more of those 5, 6, 7-yard finishes, and he's got to go quicker. He's got to shoot that ball. It's got to come out of a stick just a little bit quicker.
We've seen Utah with some of those quicker shots, right? But they either have been, they've been off target, right, where they've backed him up, or they've maybe been right at Manning. And so, is there a way where you maybe can free up to get a little more precision on some of those looks where you can hit a corner or hit a near side or far side shot a little bit easier?
Yeah, a lot of it is spacing, right? Spacing out on the field. You got to know your strength and your weaknesses. Am I a right-hander or a left-hand shooter? How much angle do I have to shoot on the ball? I'd like Utah to come out and maybe just throw a little wrinkle into this offense, right? We haven't seen Luke McNamara do too much dodging, right? He's a big frame, 6'2", almost 200 pounds. I'd love to see him maybe take it from, the corner here on the near side and kind of surprise the Pioneer defense.
We mentioned upcoming schedule for the Pioneers. Utah will head to the road this next week. Go take on Merrimack. They'll be back in town on February 28th to take on Iona. Back-to-back home games. They'll then host Dartmouth. All those 3 games will be played right here at Rice Eccles Stadium. Usually they only do 1 or 2 games. 3 of their home games this year will be here at Rice Eccles, so they'll have a chance to get awfully comfortable in this venue. And boy, a win here to start off play at home against a ranked Denver team would go a long way for this Utah group.
A lot of confidence, and listen, for Utah to be down just 1 against this number 20 ranked Denver Pioneer team, right? They've got to be feeling good. They should be feeling good right now at this point. Let's just see with 2:39 left if they can finish here in the fourth quarter.
We talk about those 6 matchups between Utah and Denver. Denver's 6-0. 2 of those have been a 1-goal game, and a third has been a 2-goal game. So they've played them close. Haven't been able to get over the hump. Can they do it here? Utah with possession. This is White back at X. Give with Overly fed in front. Faulkner with the shot. That was wide and backed up. Like the play design there, Coach.
I like the play design. I love the cut by Luke McNamara. I thought maybe he was in the crease. Got away with one, but I love the motion offense and once again averting from below GLE.
Here's Overly. Utah now with it up top. Steins. See that slide coming over, doubled.
Boy, he's got a double pull about every time he touches that
Yep.
ball, and will have the rest of the season.
Yes, he will. Back with Steins. Being around Overly with a shot and save there by Manning.
Boy, Manning tracked that. Looking really good as Piles looked to clear up on the far side.
Looked like they even had a screen kind of set up trying to make that more difficult for Manning, but again, Utah's not scored since the 8:30 mark of that third quarter. Denver with it here. How comfortable can you be with Utah defensively? Only like a
I think you got to start pressing out right now. We're 1:27 remaining.
Yep.
Right? Utah defenses look good. Zapanio out there. Love to see him put a little bit more pressure. That's the advantage we have in our day of lacrosse. The shot clock, Utah will get another possession just based on the time.
As we hit the final minute of regulation. 8-7 Denver. You see there, taking time off this clock. Tick, 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 tick.
That's Luke Shennefield cutting up the left side.
And we'll play this back at X. 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Piles have got to go.
And we're going to get a timeout here taken by Denver. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. 37 seconds left in the game. We will take a break. We'll be back. Denver with a chance to pull one out on the road here after this.
Big O Tires has more than 460 locations nationwide. Chances are there's a location near you. Owned by someone in your neighborhood, we offer a wide range of diagnostic, repair, and routine maintenance services, backed by one of the best national service warranties, because everyone in our community deserves legendary care. Big O is the team you trust.
Welcome back. Denver possession, leading by 1. 37 seconds to go in regulation, 6 on the shot clock. It'll be Zagurnis to start it.
As you can see, the Piles have already set up on their ride. They've got 2 defensive poles near midfield. So Coach Brown electing to just go in the corner, set up on defense, and make the Utes tie it up.
20 seconds left. Here comes Utah. Nice battle there by Mullen. They get it in the box and will take their final time out with 12 seconds to go. We will stay here for this one.
This has been a great game.
It's been a great game.
This has been a great game, and for Utah having that lead for most of the game against this 20-ranked Denver Pioneer team, they've got to feel confident. I'll be real curious to see what Coach McMinn brings out here with just 12 seconds remaining. Me personally, I'd probably almost go up into really my man-up offense. This ball has got to be moving quick, and it's got to be out of the stick quick of whoever gets the opportunity to shoot that ball.
Who are you looking for here? I mean, when we look at goals in this one for Utah, Faulkner has the 3, Steins with 2, McNamara has 1. Do you look for that pair, or are you maybe saying, hey, Overly's taking some shots. I actually want to get that defense worried about my leaders and feed someone else to try to beat them?
Well, you got some shooters on this team. McNamara, great option, right? But I'd maybe throw a little wrinkle in this, right? Set your shooters up on top, make the one pass, and maybe get Zach White wrapping around crease. Kind of throw a little wrinkle in there.
I'll tell you another player. What about Carson Sparks?
Let's see if he's
got
out
a goal
on the field. Yeah, he's got some confidence.
Hit post.
And he loves to shoot from the outside.
Yep.
Let's see if he is out here on the offense for the Utah Utes.
Huge confidence building game for Utah, right? They would love to get this one to overtime. No doubt. They love to get a win. But, you talked about some of the areas where Coach McMinn wanted this team to improve after last week, they certainly have. They've been physical today. They've been great on stick checks. Been much improved.
Boy, I don't think you could have asked for anything better. I thought the stick work was really phenomenal. I think their turnover rates, I haven't looked at how many turnovers, but boy, it is low in today's contest.
Only 9 according to our stats.
Boy, any coach is going to want to take that. And
here we go. Utah with it. 15 seconds to play. Down by 1. It's White starting. Steins. Double coming over, clock down to 5. Steins with it, sends up top. Fed backside, shot from close, taken away by Manning, and Denver gets the win. They set up overly on a wraparound, but it's the sophomore Grayson Manning who takes it away from Utah at the final horn.
Boy, and you can see it. Enough said for Manning. Boy, the confidence that this cat has right now going into the 4th game in a tough schedule. Boy, the Denver Pios couldn't ask for anything more.
He did not allow a goal after the 8:33 mark of the 3rd quarter as Denver comes back to get the win here on the road.
But for the Utes, right? Let's give them a lot of credit goes to the Utes. They cleaned up a lot. They've got a couple opportunities of coming back here to Rice-Eccles Stadium, playing in front of their fans, and really helping change kind of the direction that this program's going.
Another 1-goal game between these two as Denver comes out with the win. Thank you so much for joining us as I want to kick off another year here of 26 Lacrosse. We'll be back. Of course, we'll have all the Utah games streamed for you right here on ESPN Plus.
And this could be a great year, right? Like, as mentioned on paper, boy, this University of Utah team looks great. A couple more tweaks. Let's see what they can do.
Be a team to keep an eye on, as will Denver. Things for them to work on as well, but a top 25 program, they flexed it today. 8-7 your final score. Pioneers over the Utes. Thanks for watching us here at Rice-Eccles Stadium.